all to your purpose, Lord. Reveal your purpose to the Proud Boys. Use us to lift up this city, to save the people of this city. Don't let it die. Amen.
Amen! Show some fucking motivation!
Get Tifa! Get Tifa! Get Tifa! Get Tifa! Get Tifa! Get Tifa! Let's go!
Let me just get it out of the way. This is Meal Team 6, okay? Meal Team 6 Andes. You got Navy SEALs, but like literally the Gravy SEAls, actually. Not the Navy SEAls, but the Gravy SEAls. Al Qaeda, White ISIS. Just straight the fuck up, okay? Straight up. Homies are out here just sweating on a beautiful Portland afternoon, okay?
We're in Portland, Oregon again. Kyle didn't do anything wrong, man. Free Kyle. God bless you.
This guy literally traveled to this event from Florida. I looked at the coverage of the event. I know for a fact that that guy traveled to this event in Portland from Florida. Talk about a outside agitator, dude. Talk about white outside agitators. Well, he's Hispanic white. Anyway, he's wearing a Kyle Rittenhouse did nothing wrong shirt. The back of that shirt reads something along the lines of like blood of commies or something like that. So it's not exactly, it's kind of defeating the self-defense message that you have in the front when the back of it literally shows how great it is that Kyle killed those communists.
I'm gonna come for you.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna probably beat the shit out of you. Never fuck with me.
Is that a White Claw?
That is a White Claw.
White Claw! White Claw! Mango White Claw!
It's about the Western world, Western nationalists, like we love America.
We believe in God and America and the Constitution. I love my country, you know.
That's mostly what the Proud Boys is.
Because we're proud of the West. We're proud to be part of the United States of America.
What do you want to say?
Here we go, bouncing out this bitch, talking about the Easter Bunny, yeah.
Dude, that was pretty good off the top of his head. Proud Boy shit.
Proud boy, what it do when I'm chilling with my crew? Live your ass black and blue, sitting in the blood pool, what it do? Boy, you don't know me, boy, you on me talking about that money. You think you're funny?
Hey, Cloud Gang, hey, Cloud Gang.
I'm not gay.
What's that one song by Tekashi 6ix9ine?
And I understand sometimes when the left are like, oh, well, they're violent. It's because we make self-defense look like assault.
August 22nd, we were standing in front of the Justice Center waving blue line flags. There to back the blue. Hundreds of Antifa show up and start throwing rocks and stuff. How is that anti-fascist? I mean, they show up to silence us.
That's communism.
Well, if you're doing fascism, if you're functionally the brown shirts and then anti-fascists come in and push back, then you're the fascists and they're doing anti-fascism.
Antifa.
How come?
Because they're terrorists.
I think right now we're still trying to figure out what the hell Antifa really is. Historically, you can look at the black nobility, the skulls and the keys, secret societies. I think a lot of things JFK said were true about it.
And Soros.
Yeah, historically, the Antifa, always the bad guys, I say, not recognizing way that history has played itself out. Who were they fighting? That's one of my favorite lines. I'm gonna laugh at the Antifa but Soros. Yeah, who were the anti-fascists originally fighting in street battles? Oh yeah, the Nazis. Oh, true, and also the fascists in Italy. Weird.
Butt sore, yeah. Soros is butt sore, yeah.
You got him.
I'm an individualist, and I don't like collectivism. I think that's bad. Spartans were the first collectivists, and they killed the Athenians, and that's kind of what's happening, being replayed today.
Are you a Proud Boy?
I'm proud girl. Я гордая девочка. So I think he will hug you, of course, because your show amazing.
Who?
Vladimir Putin.
Okay. Come on. That's an op, dude. That's literally like a Marina Butina, or what was her name? Maria Butina, like 2.0. She literally looks like her. That's crazy. Oh, come on, dude. She literally looks like her. Like, she doesn't even look different. Not to get all liberal over here, but that's an op, dude. That's, what the fuck? Hold on. I mean, come on, dude. What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? Like, it's like a hotter version of, this is an actual spy, by the way. For those of you who, like, you know I'm not a Russiagate hysterics guy, but like that was a real spy that infiltrated the American lobbyists by using the NRA, much like how Sacha Baron Cohen did the same thing to shoot a TV show called Who is America. She did that for the interest of the Russian state. This seems ridiculous. Either this is a bit or she's literally just like there to do, I don't know.
You too.
I like your suit.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Have a good day.
We wanted to just get police and law enforcement the tools that they need to combat these riots.
Did the Proud Boys communicate with the police?
We do communicate back and forth.
Antifa is the real fascist.
I honestly think that they're victims. They're victims to a system that's failed them.
I think that they're lost children.
The movement has been co-opted by people that have more nefarious plans.
All of our major institutions have lied to us. They lie to us, they've been lying to us, and I think that it's a lot like Dave Chappelle claims. So whether George Soros is involved or not, they're really good at printing money and taking civil liberties. Look at this whole COVID pandemic nonsense, you know?
My body, my choice. I'm a feminist. Nobody's going to tell me I don't need a man to take care of me. Don't give in and don't believe the lies of the mainstream media. Black unemployment is at an all-time low. The Democratic Party is the party of slavery. They want to keep them on modern-day plantations in the projects. Being a Trump supporter is way more punk rock than supporting Sleepy Joe Biden, a loser.
This would have worked. This narrative would have worked in like 2016 when Trump was seen as an outsider and could at least like portray himself as an outsider. But now he's been president for 4 years. How are you still running with the like Gamergate era dummy messaging?
Zero respect for the law. They have zero respect for the community.
Right. Also, yeah, Republicans are punk rock, famous for respecting the law and also the community. When I think punk rock, I think respecting our law enforcement officers and licking their boots. That's what punk is famous for.
I don't think they started protesting for no reason. Yeah, I mean, watching the knee on George Floyd's neck, I mean, that was fucked up.
Did you support the initial Black Lives Matter protests?
I mean, I don't know. Actually, I want to cut this interview. Sorry.
It's all good.
A warrior doesn't always need to use a sword. Sometimes you need a pen. Our pen is our iPhone and our memes.
Media outlets use this for clickbait. They're corporations. They're here for the money, you know, and what sells. Oh, these alt-right groups, these white supremacists, which doesn't work very well. Yeah. These white supremacists get here and they're going to cause violence, and there hasn't been any violence here today. But we're really good at self-defense.
I got kicked in the head, and my phone got thrown away, and got kicked out of the rally.
And you're a 22-year-old student journalist.
Yeah.
Seems like he was doing violence, and they were just doing self-defense against his violence, I feel like.
Kind of just sit around and just like watch the speakers and stuff like that. And then I just started noticing people just like looking at me, and then eventually some guy came around and asked like, who am I?
What's your Twitter name? Antifa Press!
So we started walking towards the exit, started accusing me of me like killing his friend, like that guy named Jay. And then he punched me in the eye, like right in the eyeball. He kicked my head, and then he threw my phone over the fence because I dropped my phone when he pushed me. It's not so bad, but I got a little scrape right here. This concussion ain't shit.
Fuck, that's some bullshit.
No, it's not.
You bitch.
They scream at me and they say, "You're not real press." So I said, "Hey, I'm with the NPPA, IWW. They heard Industrial Workers of the World."
Oh no, if you say you're with the IWW, they hate commies, so.
And screamed socialism. And they start yelling, "Antifa press, Antifa press." I'm press.
Your press. You guys are downtown throwing Molotov cocktails, and I'm the press.
And then all of a sudden this hand comes down and throws me to the ground.
They kept calling me Antifa press, and I was like, I'm just a journalist. And then they're like, well, if you're not an Antifa journalist, you're still Arab.
All the people on the other side, BLM, Antifa, they're the ones with the problem.
Violent rhetoric. I think they want to cause anarchy. Me and Biggs have gotten death threats. We don't condone the violence, but
Respect the law, respect order. They don't do that. So I'm not down with that.
I'm here today to pretty much protest domestic terrorism.
True patriots, we stand for freedom, free speech.
We're proud of the Constitution, and we're proud that we're able to have this discourse.
Proud of your boy. And this guy's a queer. No. You're going to cut that part, right?
Nope. That's awesome. What an incredible video once again. Dude, Andrew is doing God's work out there, putting himself in harm's way, whether it be literally going to the Sturgill motorcycle rally in South Dakota, that was a super spreader, or literally putting himself in front of Proud Boys. It's remarkable. I don't know how he does it. Andrew could definitely never do that again. No, I think he could still do it. How did they not call him Antifa Press? Because he was wearing a suit, brother. The Western narrative is such BS. Yeah. No, they say defending
When I'm
Western.
chilling with my crew.
The Cowboys is.
Listen, whenever someone says this, listen. Whenever someone says this,
It's about the Western world, Western nationalists. Like, we love America.
whenever people say we're here, we love Western nations, we love America, we want to defend Western civilization. First of all, it's 100% a watered down version of, like, you know, white. Okay, it's just Western supremacy, white supremacy. That's usually what it is, or at least white hegemony. You know, there can be some like black and brown people, but as long as they are the good ones on the side of white supremacy, then they're fine. They will survive, at least in the first stages. They won't get killed in the first purges. It's a watered down blood and soil. But the funniest part about it is, like, dog, if you're trying to defend Western supremacy or Western nations, like, let me tell you something. You're not doing a good job. You're not wearing a mask, and you probably think coronavirus is fake. And guess what's actually destroying Western supremacy? Not being able to implement actual spread mitigation so that you can prevent as many deaths from occurring as possible from a pandemic. We have one of the highest deaths per capita in America. We have so many comorbidities, including this guy who is very clearly obese. And this motherfucker still running around looking like 10 pounds of sausage in a 5-pound bag, talking about how proud he is, talking about Western supremacy. You want Western supremacy, stop voting Republican, okay? I mean, seriously. West is not only the USA, the rest of the West is doing a lot better than you. This is true. Also, Western supremacy is not Western supremacy. You want to know why? Because Latin American countries are not considered a part of the West. Why aren't they considered a part of the West? And when you're talking about defending the West, why do you factor in, like, even Eastern Europe to a certain degree? Yeah, why isn't the Western world encompassing any parts of the Southern Hemisphere? They are not part of West culture. No, because first of all, yes, they are. They absolutely are. And this is the same with like religious Christians, right? They say we don't want Muslims coming here because they have a different culture than us. They have a different religion than us. We don't want we don't want people coming in from Islamic nations.
I love and appreciate
and change our culture. But it's like, well, but then you also turn around and shit on Mexicans, and they're literally your kind as far as religion goes. So why the do you not want Mexicans to come in? Because it's all bullshit. It's like whenever people say whenever people say Islamophobia is not racist because it's just, you know, you're against the religion. How can a religion be racist? And then for some weird reason, those same people or their cohorts or people along their political spectrum will go and kill Sikh people. So why did you kill a Sikh person? If Islam isn't also treated in a similar capacity to racism, then why do you end up killing Sikh people all the time, confusing them with Muslims? Or maybe there are cultural signifiers that you would consider oftentimes that revolve around race and ethnic background that makes you assume that someone is a Muslim. Of course, yeah, that's the best part about this. This is something I say all the time, is that conservatives hate conservatives of brown and black countries for their conservatism. These guys are conservatives. They want to defend Western civilization by implementing or reinforcing patriarchal structures here. And they want to prevent conservatives from coming in from other nations. But they have the exact same opinions and the exact same social goals. As far as social policy goes, they want the exact same things as conservatives do. There is functionally very little difference between an evangelical or like a Pentecostal preacher and like an imam in one of these Wahhabi mosques. The only difference is the Wahhabi imam in one of these like madrasas or mosques hates the West, okay? So he has his own form of xenophobia, I guess, which there is definitely more reason for someone like that to be critical of the West, considering that, you know, the West is literally destroying their homes and economy and destabilizing their entire regions. American religious conservative hates the imam for being conservative and hating the United States.